Hey guys, how's it going? So it's Wednesday morning, so midweek, and I thought I'd crack out a video to show you guys what I've been up to over the last couple of days. First off, just to let you guys know, I may be coughing or sort of spluttering throughout the video. It's because I've had a little cold. Bless me, little heart. I've soldiered on though, like the delicate little flower I am, and yeah. So yeah, guys, if you can bear with that, I'd very much appreciate it. So anyway, my last video was Monday. Wait, no, Sunday. Yeah, sometime like that. Yeah, Sunday, I think. And then, funnily enough, I came down with a cold, like literally, pretty much that evening. So I was quite glad that I managed to get that video out. Anyway, so for this one, yeah, so what I've got here is, funnily enough, what I also painted up that day as well. So yeah, I'd done the Contemptor, and then I thought I'd just crack on with these guys. So yeah, I had a good blast. It was fun. I actually felt like I was fairly productive. And what I've got here in front of me is my iron hands. And of course, these are going to be part of my, added to the Betrayal at Calf force I've got, which is actually at the moment going to be referred to as Survivors of Cadia, because I thought, seeing as that was probably the most relevant, sort of the more relevant topic or event with regard to the lore that's going on at the moment, for me personally, that's what I'm paying most attention to. And seeing as the way I've built my force, it can work for either heresy or 40k settings. Yeah, I've just decided to run them as Survivors of Cadia. So yeah, these guys are Iron Hands. Now, they are a little bit, the colour scheme isn't quite spot on, but that is, I'm not really a perfectionist when it comes to adhering too strongly to the actual chapter colour schemes. But nonetheless, these are I do consider them Iron Hands, even if they aren't perhaps technically Iron Hands. Anyway, and also these guys I painted up kind of quickly, maybe. I mean, to be fair, there wasn't really much that needed to be done to them as far as I cared. These guys are more of an exercise in sort of my converting abilities, my conversion skills, however you want to phrase it. These were the guys, oh god, I've had these since last summer, and the idea of these was to sort of really put my all into them and try and convert them up and make them as unique and different as possible. So I have 3 squads of 5, and each one is completely different from the other, and you'll see that in these videos. But this is the first one, and these are probably some of the more conservative conversions I've done. So there's nothing too crazy with these guys. It's the other ones later on that you really get to see some of the stuff I've been doing. Anyway, excuse me. Anyway, cough up a lung. So yeah. Let's have a look at what I've got. So first at the front here is my sergeant, and as you can see, he's got there a combi bolter with the scope on top that I've added. He's got himself the Mark 8 armor here, I believe, because that has the neck collar. And I went for a head with this cool breather on it. I want to try and get as many bits in that sort of made it look like he had cybernetic augmentation. And also with these guys, I began playing with the idea of actually utilizing the space on the shoulder pads for having gear on them. And I actually had some really nice feedback off of a Facebook page that I shared these guys on with. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah, you know what I mean. And people were like, that's a cool idea, of sticking the kit on the shoulder pads. And I went, well, I just thought that it kind of made sense to have this large space so close, at hand, that you should really sort of utilize it and make the most out of having it. So sticking gear and all sorts on there seemed like a sensible idea. And also these guys are Iron Hands, so they're quite pragmatic. They're quite sort of straightforward, and you know, whatever yields the best results, they tend to go for. And it just made sense to me that they would always be like, well, what's the point in going into battle with barely any, you know, gear? We might as well take as much as we can. We are walking tanks, essentially. So yeah, so he's got a combi melter there. He's got a melter bomb here on his backside. He's covered in bits and pieces. And yeah, I went for a grey skin tone because I like the idea. He was kind of like a Borg out of Star Trek. You know, he's all cybernetic and augmented. Lots of sort of metallics in here, and then I've got the red here just to break that up, like a nice dark crimson red for the gear as well, and also on the hand here, just as a sign of perhaps his heraldry, perhaps his own personal heraldry. Ugh. So yeah, so that's the sergeant. Next of all, I go with this chap here. Now, this chap is kind of based off of a piece of artwork I saw for some Iron Hands, where there's one of them, you know, blasting away with a with 2 bolters, and it just looked awesome. I think it's probably one of my favourite pieces of 40k artwork. And so yeah, I didn't stick to it too strictly. I didn't really, you know, the pose actually is him looking off this direction where my finger's going, with the bolters facing out that way, and his helmet's all modified with like these sort of goggle style lenses and all that, and yeah, he's blasting away. But I just thought I'd go for a Marine with 2 bolt guns because I thought it looked kind of awesome. And yeah, it does. You know, he's got 2 bolters. It looks awesome. I'm happy with him. Next, I've got this chap here. Again, he's all nice and he's got wires everywhere. And I decided to really go for it and not use a backpack at all, but use these old, dried out, used up fuses, maybe? No, they're not that. I don't know what they are. They're out of an old TV. And I thought they looked quite cool and they worked rather well. And so I stuck them on the back here for Matey Boy. And I thought they sort of did the trick. They sort of looked rather... you're sort of losing focus there, aren't you? I don't know, really. They just sort of looked rather interesting and unique. It's going to focus? It's not, is it? Oh, jeez. Go on, focus. Oh, we had it then, didn't we? Go on. You're only wasting my time. Wait. Yeah, that's the worst kind of time. I don't want my time wasted. Come on. Focus. Literally the worst. Whatever. Fine, I'll just put them down. Oh, now everything's gone out of focus. Oh, God. Oh, wait, there we go. So maybe if you can make out, yeah. So there you go. So he's got these cool, like, sort of, I don't know, tanks on his back, perhaps pumping him full of, I don't know, some sort of synthetic combat stim or something like that. I don't know, but I just thought it looked cool. And then we've got Special Weapons Matey Boy here. And again, we've gone for blood. There we go. Hey. So I've got a Plague Marine helmet here, because I like the goggles. I thought that was a cool look. And I've just green stuffed over the back where the brain was exposed. Then I've gone for again, I've attached these cables up here and run them into this backpack. I'm not really sure why. Just, again, I thought it looked quite cool and I wanted to get the wire sort of twisting over one another. Yeah, more bits and pieces sort of on him. Again, yeah, you know, it's just these sort of little tweaks here and there. There, I can't even grab stuff. You know, and just trying to make everything look as unique and individual as possible. And then there's this guy finally who's got the grenade in one hand. He's got his bolter here on the back. This is a chaos bolter, as you may recognise, but I tried to file down the more chaosy parts of it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so he's got a grenade in there, again, gear on the shoulder. He's got a Mark IV helmet here. and so it's got yeah, like one of the old pistols as well from the Patrol Cowpox set. Oh yeah, because I remember I bought a sprue singularly in the summer to just test out and see what it was like, and so yeah, I used bits on these guys. There you go. I remember nows. Yeah, and so there we go. And then yeah, I've gone for, actually I think some of these guys have got chaos pieces in it. Some of the chaos bits look really nice, and so I've gone for this sort of grill style chest piece, just because I don't know, it looks cool, doesn't it? It looks like it sort of like can draw in air and purify it or something like that, or some sci-fi business. But yeah, I like the pose, you know, the way he's got the grenade there, and he just, you know, he's just sort of like, you know, come at me, bro, sort of thing. And, you know, and this guy's pointing over here, doing his sergeant's business. You know, he's firing off a shot over here, he's just dackering away, and this guy over here sort of like, you know, he's sort of just turning his head. He's got this cool sort of scope on his helmet, so perhaps he's like detected someone. He's like, hey, what's going on? So there you have it, guys. That is the first squad of my Iron Hands, which will be joining my larger force, the Survivors of Cadia / the Shattered Legion. And yeah, guys, so like I say, I look forward to bringing out the next one for you guys. Hopefully I'll be a bit more coherent with my rambling. Oh, excuse me, I just did a burp as well. Brilliant. This video's become more about my bodily functions than anything else. So there we go. Hang on, I'll just have a quick drink. Oh, there we go, that's better. So yeah, so thank you very much, guys, for bearing with. What have I got planned for you guys? I'm gonna try and crack out, like I say, the first Founding Legion videos. Got those. I've got Blood Angels next, I believe. So I'll whack that one out for you when I get a chance, probably this weekend. I'm going to try and get as many videos in this week as I can, even if some of them are just me sort of talking to camera. If you guys have any ideas, anything you'd like to know, any questions you'd like to ask. I would love to do a lore video, but I feel it would kind of be a bit premature to do it unless someone actually wanted to see me do that. So, you know, you guys, if you want to see me do anything different or anything like that, just leave a comment and I'll try and oblige. So yeah, guys, that's kind of it. I'm gonna go now and die. I shouldn't laugh then. It's just a vicious circle at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna go and watch something on Netflix. Probably Frontier. Just a quick thing. Frontier is amazing. If you're not watching it, watch it. It's amazing. Jason Momoa in it. Love that guy. He's amazing. Yeah, just check it out. It's fantastic. So I'm going to go watch that. And you guys will try and, you know, avoid getting ill. You probably all have far superior immune systems to mine. Mine is ridiculously rubbish. Almost non-existent. So yeah, guys, carry on doing whatever it is you're doing, making, painting, sticking together, battling, whatever you're doing. Have a good time. You know, feel free to leave comments, whatever. You know, I'll try and reply if I can. If I forget or if I'm not able to read the message, I apologize profusely and sincerely. I don't know why YouTube sometimes does this. It does. But I will just try and leave a general thank you very much in the comment section. So I'm not ignoring anyone. It just, YouTube won't let me see it. So guys, thanks very much again. Take it easy. And I will catch you next time on the Scrumpy Kiwi. Hopefully minus the mucus. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.